Yep. So the goal in elimination is to get rid of one of the variables so that way you can solve for the other one and then plug it back in to find both. Okay, so let's try another one. Let's try number 3. Okay, so first you always just look and see what you got because you might not have to do anything to it. So I see an x and a 2x. When I add those down, that's not going to get rid of those. But I see a negative y and a positive y. When I add down, those are going to be gone, right? So we're going to go right to that adding down. Those are now gone. Please write all the steps. X plus 2x, 3x, good. Then I have 11 plus the 19. 11 plus 19 is what? 30. Still solve for x, divide by that 3. X is what? 10. Okay. Now remember, I still have to find y, so I just have to plug it in. Doesn't matter if you plug it in the top or bottom. Let's do it in the bottom one, just so I can get some other, doesn't matter. So I have 2 times the 10 plus y equals 19. Well, what is 2 times 10? 20 plus y equals 19. Got to get rid of that 20. So subtract it over. Y equals what? -1. Don't forget your negative sign. X comma y, 10, -1. No, it's not bad. A lot of people like elimination more than substitution. I enjoy both for different reasons. It matters how they're set up. So if they're set up with all your X's and your Y's on this side like they are, this is what it's set up for. It's set up for elimination, okay? If you have that variable by itself already, then it's set up for substitution. So you just kind of have to know which one to use and when to use it. Let's look at 5. Okay, when I add down, that would give me a -6x, so that's not good yet. And if I added those two together, that would give me a -18y. So I'm not quite where I need to be. Yes, I can multiply one of them by whatever I need. So I can multiply, and just if I wanted to just change the signs, what would I need to multiply by? -1. Okay, so let's multiply, doesn't matter, top or bottom. Which one do you want to do? Top by -1? Sure. Okay, now remember, there's a lot of different ways to solve all of these. Some of you might have wanted to multiply by -2 to get rid of your x's. That's fine too. Doesn't matter. Okay. If I multiply by -1, that's going to get rid of my y. So -1 times -2 gives me a +2x. Make sure to write that right underneath. That -1 times that -9 gives me a +9y. And that -1 times that -25, please don't forget to do your numbers also, gives me a +25. And what I said last year, for those of you who had me, I always say squiggle this out as soon as you multiplied it so you don't get confused.
Would the 9y be gone?
Now we haven't added down yet. All we did was change it so that they are opposite of each other.
Oh.
Now we're going to add down. Okay. So I'm going to put a little line here. I'm going to add down. Yes, the 9y's are gone now. So a -4x plus 2x. Yep. -2x. What's a -23 plus 25? +2, right? -23 plus 25, right? 2. Divide by that -2. What is it? -1. Okay. All right, so we have our x. Now, it does not matter which one you put it into. You could put it into any one of these. So you actually have 3 different options to put it in. You can even put it into the one you made. It really doesn't matter. Let's just put it in the top. So I have -2 times -1 minus 9y equals -25. Well, -2 times -1 is 2. 2 minus 9y equals -25. How do I get rid of that 2? Subtract, because it is a positive right now, so you got to do the opposite. So I have negative 9y equals negative 27. Divide by negative 9. Y is what? 3, right? Yep, good. X comma y. Negative 1, 3. Perfect. Okay. So on 7, I see that they're both 6x's. What if we what? This one? Yeah, we'll get there. Let's do 7 first. Okay, I see they're both 6x's, but I see they're both the same sign. So if I added down, they wouldn't go away. So what do I need to do? Multiply by negative 1. Good. I'm going to multiply the bottom by negative 1 just because that 12 is negative, and I don't want it to be. You can multiply either one. Doesn't matter. Negative 1 times that 6x gives me that positive 6x now. Negative 1 times a positive 3 is a negative 3y. And then the negative times the negative makes a positive 12. Squiggle that out. Now add down. So you're adding that first line and the line you made. That's why we squiggle, okay? So that we don't get confused which lines we're adding. X's are gone. They're eliminated. That was the goal. What's 6y plus a negative 3y? 3y. And then 6 and 12 together make what? 18, right? Divide by 3. Now y is 6. Yep, you were ahead of me. That's good. Okay, I don't care which line you put them into. Top, sure, why not? Negative 6x plus 6. Instead of y, I'm going to write what y is. It's the 6 equals 6. That's a lot of the same number. Negative 6x plus, what's 6 times 6? 36 equals 6. How do I get rid of that plus 36? Minus it, good. What is a 6 minus 36? Negative 30, good. And then you're ahead of me, yep. So divide by that negative 6. So x is 5, you were right. So 5 comma 6. Six has a little extra tail. There we go. Okay. Let's keep going. We'll keep doing a few more together. 9.
Oh, don't you do times the top one by 2?
You could do the top one by a negative 2. Yep. So that you can get rid of your x's. Or you can multiply the top by what? To get rid of y's.
Negative 7.
Positive 7. So either one. I heard the negative 2 first, so we'll do that. Okay, so remember the person sitting next to you can do it a completely different way than you and still get the same answer. That's the beauty of math. Okay, so negative 2 times 5x is a negative 10x. Good. We wanted them to be able to eliminate, so that's good. Negative 2 times the y is a negative 2y. And negative 2 times that 9 is a negative 18. Now I'm going to squiggle that top line out so I don't forget what I'm adding down. Okay, got rid of my x's. That's beautiful. Eliminated them. A negative 7 and a negative 2. Negative 9. What's a negative 18 and another negative 18? Negative 36. Good. Divide by negative 9. Y is 4, right? 4? Okay. Plug it back in, doesn't matter which one. I'm going to plug it into the one I squiggled out. So I have 5x plus, instead of y, I'm going to put in that 4 equals 9. Got to get rid of that 4. So I have 5x equals 5. Well, what's x have to be then? 1. 1 comma 4. Okay, let's look at 11. What do you see that maybe could get taken away? The 3x, right? Make that into a what? Into a 9? Yeah, and you're going to have to make it a -3. That's right, because you're going to have to change that sign. So I'm going to multiply everything by -3. Okay, shh, pay attention. -3 times -3 is a +9. That's what we wanted. A -3 times that 7 is a -21y. And the -3 times the -16 is what? 48. Good. Squiggle out that top line so you're not confused. Whatever one you multiply by, squiggle it out so when you're adding down, you don't make that mistake. X's are gone. That's eliminated. That was the goal. What's 5 minus 21? -17y. Okay. Are you sure it's 17? Yeah?
You're the math teacher.
Tell me. Is it 16 or is it 17? Okay. We all make mistakes. No big deal. Okay. What's 16 plus 48? Yeah, 64. Divide by -16. Well, 4, right? A -4. Okay. Plug it into whichever one you want. Doesn't matter. Why not the top? -3x plus 7 times a -4 equals -16. Oop. Move it over so you can see it. 7 times -4 is what? -28, good. So how do I get rid of that -28? Add, plus, yep, however you want to say that. What's -16 plus 28? 12, right? Close, yep, 12. Divide by -3. X is -4. Don't forget your signs. So -4, -4. X comma y. In this case, they are the same number. Let's do one from the back.
Back?
So let's do, I think 17.
Oh, why not?
Sure, why not? Let's do 17. So sometimes you're going to get problems where I can't make this 4 into a 7 and I can't make that 8 into a 9. Okay, that's just, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find that common number between both of them. So we're actually going to have to multiply both of them by something. Okay. So what would be in common between the 7 and the 4? 28. Yep. So we're going to have to multiply one of these by a 4 and one of them by a 7. And remember, they're both negatives right now. So one of those has to be a negative. Let's make that 7 a negative. Okay, doesn't matter which one, just have to make one of them. So that way when you add down, they're gone. So we're going to do the 4 first. 4 times that -7x.
28.
Yep, -28x, good. 4 times that -8y, -32y. And then 4 times the 9, please don't forget to do your number also, is what? 36. Okay, squiggle out when you're done. Should be writing all these steps down. -7 times that -4 gives me what?
Positive 28.
+28x, good, that's what we wanted. -7 times that 9y gives me a -63y, right? -22 times a -7 is what?
Positive 77.
Positive something.
No, not 77.
154, good. The goal was to have elimination. Our x's are eliminated, that's the goal.
Okay.
What's a -32 and a -63 together make? -95y, good. What's 36 and 154 together make? 190. Let's divide by that -95. Oh, hey, what's that? That works out nice. Negative what? -2. That's awesome. Still got to plug it in, got to find x. Doesn't matter. I'll put it in the top. So I have -7x minus 8 times a -2 equals 9. Because all I did was replace that y with that value that we know that we got. So -7x plus 16 equals 9. Because I took that -8 times the -2. So now I got to move that over, got to subtract that 16. What's 9 minus 16? -7. Hey, look at that. That's going to work out really nice. What's x?
1.
1. So 1 comma -2. Okay. I'm going to be generous and let you cross out the bottom 4. So you can cross out the bottom 4. So I think that's like 13 questions for you to do on your own. So start working on it right now, and I'll be around to help.